Yeah, yeah. We back down like SmackDown. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, Angelo Savage, we back with it, man. I ain't playing no more games, man. You know we on it, we hit it. So, so if you don't know, I know. So we're gonna talk about some topics. This is the Savage Report, man. We're gonna call this the Savage Report from now on. I think y'all messing with that, man. I think so. Y'all mess with the Savage Report. I like the Savage Report. Let me see. Savage Report. Okay. All four say A. All against say nay. A. See? A. Savage Report it is. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. We got a quick night. We got to do this and get going, man. Let's get it. All right. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. We going to do what we got to do, man. Keep it moving. Let's get it. We're going to start here in Iran. It seems like Iran appears to have conducted a cyber attack against a U.S. company. Is that it? They weak. Let me make sure my sound is audible. My audio is decent. I need sound going right to my headset. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Yerp. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yerp. Yerp. All right, we're gonna start this off, man. It seems like Iran appears to have conducted a cyber attack on a U.S. company. Is that it? So we blowing shit up. We taking out leaders, and all they got to do is a cyber attack. That ain't shit. That ain't shit. A cyber attack on a U.S. company? Nah, you got to take the government down with a cyber attack, G. You can't just be, we took your leader, G. Revenge us. You know what I'm saying? Revenge you, fuck. No, you can't do that because we them niggas. We them boys. Don't. You ain't gonna play around on the United States top at all. You hear me? At all. That being said, let's keep it going. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go.
And as the war continues in Iran, it looks like the first retaliation stateside is something that we saw today or yesterday. It is a physical, it's not a physical strike, it is a cyber attack. An Iran-linked hacker group has claimed responsibility for a cyber attack on a medical tech company, Stryker. This is the first since the start of the war. The company is known for producing medical equipment, tech. There was an anonymous employee that told NBC News that work-issued phones and laptops completely stopped working on Wednesday. And we don't know the specifics of how the group was able to pull off this hack, but one expert says it might have been through the company's Microsoft Intune account that allows remote users to completely wipe a device. Let's bring in NBC News cybersecurity reporter Kevin Collier, who wrote about this hack by Iran and has a lot more details here. So, Kevin, what does this say right now about Iran's cyber war capabilities?
Hey, guy, thanks. Yeah, there's no doubt that Iran is kind of lashing out in all kinds of different ways right now, and cyber is just one of the many ways it's doing that. It's had these persistent cyber capabilities for a while, but they are decidedly a rung below Russia, a few rungs below China. What they do have is persistence and sometimes clever approaches to kind of crimes of opportunity. They're going to go wherever they can find an in. That said, you mentioned the Intune thing. It's frankly it's pretty clever. It's something that nobody I know in the space really saw coming. This Microsoft Intune program, it's something that large corporate kind of IT departments will use to manage like a whole fleet of phones and tablets and computers. Like NBC uses, corporate devices as well, right? And the way you manage that includes an option to just wipe remotely if an employee is fired or if something is stolen. And so what it looks like they did is they got somebody's kind of login credentials for Intune,
Yep.
and then just wiped tons and tons of company devices. And you can imagine, it's not just the fact that you can't log on and communicate and email and use whatever you're doing for work, but also you have to have your IT department reinstall absolutely everything. Just how much that would.
That shit weak. That's weak. So we take out your leader. We bomb your shit. We take out your nuclear program, and you gonna hack a medical company. That's probably just an inside job. Somebody that's their sleeper cell. They said activate the sleeper cells. They hit the Iranian on the tech side, and they said let's delete everything. That's how we're gonna activate the sleeper cells. We're gonna delete data, sir. Is that it? Is that all you're gonna do? See, look, I don't think we should be afraid of Iran at all. If they hitting licks like this is how they get their revenge. This how they get their lick back. Man, we ain't got shit to worry about at all. They weak as hell for this. Just a hack. You gonna hack some shit. That's not even that important. Crazy. And that's how I feel about the whole situation. I just feel like, okay, we just damn near took out your granddaughter, your son's wife, your wife, niece, nephew. They scared about sleeper cells. I'm thinking y'all gonna try to attack on some real, crazy shit, on some real Nuketown shit. You know what I'm saying? But no. They hacked a company, a US company. Cool. Do some real damage. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like if you want us to be scared of y'all like the slightest, like do some real damage. You basically knew somebody's what? Login information and wiped the system of that company. That's y'all sleeper cell? Come on. Motherfuckers in the thing sleeper cell activate. And it's a little motherfucker Iranian that's sitting at tech support. He's like, you know what? I've been working at Microsoft for a while. Let me put these digits in and hack the system. Nigga ain't hack shit. This nigga used somebody login to basically erase shit. Come on, Ryan. I thought y'all was y'all was gonna apply a little pressure. You know what I'm saying? This looking too easy. They gonna do it again if you don't do nothing for real. But plus the United States shit is on lockdown. Like you're not finna hack our shit that easy. Like you're gonna need Kim Jong Un in China just to get into some shit. You still might not get into it.
Grind a company to a halt.
Yeah, that's a hell of a delete button. What safeguards are in place right now to protect things like power grids or nuclear plants from a potential hack that you didn't see coming?
I would say the good news is a lot of times there's something they call in the industry security by obscurity, and that a lot of times an industrial control system is usually how ICS is what they call them. Often run on custom operating systems. They're often hard to access. They're often confusing to access. And if you don't know exactly what you're looking at, it can be really hard to manipulate them. Iran has, in recent years, been incredibly accused of hacking into some operating systems for some American water facilities, wastewater and drinking water facilities. However, they didn't ever demonstrate an ability to understand, like, hey, if we increase enough chlorine, we can turn this water poisonous and kind of spread it into some local town, which is the nightmare scenario.
Right.
The good news is we've not actually seen them actually demonstrate an ability to do that.
Jeez, dude, your nightmares in this space are way worse than my nightmares. There's the infrastructure question, and then there's this cyber I don't know, propaganda, disinformation, AI slop war that we now see happening in a way that I don't think we've ever seen it before. We've got things coming from Iran, things coming from Russia. The White House is posting some pretty interesting meme clips. Like, what's your take on all this?
I mean, AI has streamlined programming. It's streamlined a lot of stuff. Streamlined.
Yeah. Fuck all that. Look, this is a problem. These mans, you would think they gonna be on some revenge type stuff, and I'm not gonna speak too soon because they might get on that. But we don't know that, definitely. We're not 100% sure that they're gonna get on that type of timing, right? But as of now, if they're just hacking into water systems, into like water companies or a couple tech companies, and they're not even the super big tech companies for real. You ain't doing nothing but making it like you're making an inconvenience, but that's it. You're not really destroying nothing. You ain't got no ransomware, none of that. Like, come on, bro. Is Iran really applying pressure? If y'all, they don't want nothing back in blood. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if you want blood from America, it's gonna cost you. And look, you ain't even really do nothing. Look what it's costing you. You know what I'm saying? So, they definitely want their revenge for them shooting at the military bases all in Middle Eastern countries. I know they want some revenge from that, but they got their little revenge. They took out their supreme leader, but I feel like the U.S. want a little bit more. I feel like we got some weapons they want to test. That's what I feel like. I feel like we got something that we've been wanting to test, so we just kind of start conflict a little bit, or we get into some conflict we don't really need to get into. That's me personally. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section, man. You think Iran is going to hit us back bigger than just this little cyber attack at a U.S. company? I think it was Microsoft, but it was something slight, could somebody have a weak ass password and username? That can easily happen at any company for real. And if that's the case, then this shit is weak. Y'all, if Iran was going to get busy, they should have got busy like with some real hacking shit. You know what I'm saying? With a company that matters. You know what I'm saying? That has real data. Not saying they should, but that's just, it would make sense if you did. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all hacking shit and not really hacking hospitals, getting data, moving it around, exposing certain documentation, then I don't think y'all really prime pressure. You know what I'm saying? But then again, they should be going after Israel, not us. Even though we helping. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Show me what y'all think about this Savage report, man. Reporting live, man. We hit right now live. Tell me what y'all think about this. I'm finna move to the next clip. Let's get it. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's see what's going on here over here on the side of the house. So we're gonna go straight into the next video. It's gonna be a quick show. We're gonna do 5 quick topics, and we're gonna call this a night. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. Let's get in tune with it. Let's go. It seems like a Houston man has been accused of locking his disabled life in the bedroom for 5 years. Damn. Somebody arrest that boy. That sound criminal. But let's carry on to the video. Let's go.
A Clear Lake man is now facing multiple felony charges after investigators say he locked his disabled wife inside of a bedroom of their $1 million Clear Lake home for years. Police say the woman was recently able to call for some help. Fox 26 reporter Leslie Delaspore is live outside that home with the latest on this disturbing case. Leslie.
Yeah, that's right, Caroline. So neighbors I spoke to today tell me that they're shocked. They say that this home behind me here has always looked as it does right now with the blinds closed. So they had absolutely no idea of what was going on inside. A horror story was happening inside this $1 million home on Crown Ridge Court in Clear Lake, right next to the Bay Oaks Country Club golf course. Houston police say officers responded to the home around 7 a.m. March 6th after 46-year-old Ruby Rivera Johnson called for help. Investigators say the woman told police police her husband, 46-year-old James Earl Johnson, had been locking her inside a bedroom against her will for years. She also told police she was not properly fed, sometimes given just one egg a day and dinner. Court records say the woman, who has disabilities, was confined to a bedroom for 5 years without phone access, proper nutrition, or medical care. Documents say she was finally able to call 911 after Johnson left a phone on the nightstand, but investigators say he later carried her back to bed after hanging up the call. HPD says officers were previously called to the home in November of 2025, but investigators say the wife told them the husband allegedly told her and the children to remain quiet when police arrived. Neighbors say nothing seemed out of the ordinary, describing Johnson as active in the neighborhood, even attending events like National Night Out. One trauma therapist says people with disabilities are at a greater risk for abuse, and victims in cases like this can face a very long road to healing.
You know, stories like this make me feel so compassionate.
Yeah, but let's get to the nitty gritty. So she has a disability. Is it a physical disability or a mental disability? Because if she got a mental disability, you know what I mean? That's the same woman that he married. She would have had that mental disability before he got married. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But if she got a physical disability and he holding in a room and she kind of handicapped or something, that's crazy. That's criminal. Either way, it's criminal regardless. Now, they said she had a kid. So what the kid doing? So you told the kid not to do what? What, are you homeschooling the kid? And this is 5 years. He said he's 46 years old. He did this at 41 years old. So she was held against her will for 5 years in a room and malnourished by force. I want them to tell us if she was physically disabled or mentally disabled. Because if she was mentally disabled, she was the same disabled that when he met him. You know what I'm saying? Does that sound right? I don't know. But this is sounding a little bit, you know, it's just a little weird, man. Let's keep going.
And heartened for the survivor in this case, the victim in this case, who's had to live with a form of abuse we call coercive control. But the wounds that are created by this form of abuse, psychological, emotional, physical, can be long lasting and quite devastating. The victim finally sought some help, which led to some physical violence. But make no mistake, if somebody's being held against their will for 5+ years, this abuse was long standing. But the road to recovery can be long and hard, but help is available through counseling, through support. There is a lot of help out there. Fortunately, there is a lot of help available in our communities. There are resources, counselors, domestic violence organizations, hotlines. So if you see something that doesn't look altogether normal, might be suspicious, let them know, listen, and say, you know what, here's some resources.
Investigators say the case remains under investigation. Now, Johnson's bail was set at $100,000, but court documents show that at this time he has bonded out. Reporting live from Clear Lake, Leslie Dellis, Fox.
Wait, $100,000 bond? That ain't nothing, boy. 10% of that, he good. He out. And then he go back to the crib, right? Or do she find her family? Because is he still in the same crib? Is Shorty that's in there now? I want to know. Because that's interesting. After there's a domestic violence dispute, and this one is basically kidnapping at this point, right? She's saying she's been held against her will for 5 years. I hope when he got out on his little $10,000 bond, first off, I need to know who bailed him out, because if the wife bailed him out, that's a whole nother problem right there. Look. And then did he go back to the crib with the woman? Or did she go back with her family? I need more details now. Cause I can send y'all down different lanes of information. How y'all want to get it? She was held against her will. She got free now. You know what I'm saying? She was mentally disabled, which they already knew. Plus, this was probably happening prior, like she said, prior to 5 years ago when she got taken. Or she's physically disabled. She can't escape. But then again, he made bond. And then he back probably at the crib. Low bond amount, which gives the villain, let's say, the opportunity to finish the job if he got to finish the job. Unless the reporter just not telling us everything we need to know. That could be it. But I want y'all to think about what's the solution in this situation. What happens if your husband holds you hostage? You hear me? Your husband holds you hostage for 5 years, G, and malnutrition you. What is the outcome? What do we do with this? I need to know. This is sad for the lady, at least. I wonder what the kid. I need to know more about this story. I hope that this story. This is a Houston. So for y'all don't know, the Houston man, he was holding his girl hostage, his disabled wife hostage in the bedroom for 5 years, and she said she was malnourished. She ran to the phone, made the call, said 911. Hey, he ain't feeding me, and he got me locked up in the room for 5 years. They bust down the door, squad team. He go to jail, bond $100,000, 10%, $10,000 on the thing, bund it out. Back at the crib with shorty ass in the baby. Is that how the domestic disputes are settled? You put the victim right with the criminal in the same house and let them be like, well, the court system has to deal with this. Or was she lying to the officers to get him arrested? See, this can go down many rabbit holes you see here in the Savage Report. But we're gonna stay focused on here, man. I just want y'all to see what would happen, and because a lot of disputes on, this. I want to know his side of the story. I need to see this in court. I need to see what's really going on here, man. I need y'all to tell me what y'all think in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Angelo Savage, and this is the Savage Report. Peace. All right, man. We moving over to the next thing, man. We on the third topic. So, let's keep it moving, big dog. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Don't forget to subscribe. Alrighty now. It looks like Netflix to pay up to $600 million for Ben Affleck's AI firm. Wow. Let's play the video. Let's go.
Well, they couldn't get Warner Brothers Discovery, so they're going in on AI. And actually, its cash portion is less, but there's some quotas they should hit.
Yeah, I mean, the price was initially described to me as $600 million. I spoke to a number of different people where there is an earnout that would get to 600 and perhaps even more. The initial upfront money is less than that, but still a big payday for a company that nobody even knew existed really until Netflix announced this deal. Right. Ben Affleck had been out there giving some really interesting public statements on AI, but it seemed just as sort of a curious filmmaker, not as someone who'd started his own company.
Good.
The performance triggers are interesting when you just stop and look at what Interpositive does, right? The tools that it makes allows filmmakers to alter existing footage. Will you just talk a little bit about that, Lucas, and why it's useful to Netflix?
Yeah, well, it's useful on a couple of fronts. One is this is an AI company that is founded by a filmmaker. It's for filmmakers, and if you listen to Ben Affleck talk, they don't train on a bunch of existing work that's already out there. You're not going to run into copyright issues in the way that Google, Facebook, OpenAI, et cetera are. You are supposed to upload your movie as you're making it or your TV show, and the model will train on what you have put into it and can then help you change your shots, adapt your shots, take things out, adjust certain backgrounds. And so it's exactly what Hollywood should want in an AI product, which I think is helpful to Netflix because most people in Hollywood are going to be very mistrustful of companies like Netflix and Amazon when it comes to AI. They're going to assume that they are out to do sort of what you were just talking about with Brody, right? Job displacement.
This is a lot of money.
Hey, let's just say it like this. Since Netflix didn't get the deal, they got a lot of money to spend, man. They definitely got a lot of money to spend. Let's see, how much was the deal on Netflix? A Netflix deal with Paramount to buy Warner Brothers. Let's see. I know it was some in the billies. Yeah, so Netflix was willing Discovery. Netflix walked away from its earlier $83 billion deal acquisition proposal. Yes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So they walked away from that deal. So they got 600,000 while to get. You know what I'm saying? Discovery, Warner Brothers, they offered 110 billion. So Netflix said no, we're not gonna outbid the 110. So Paramount, you could take Warner Brothers. We're gonna go with this AI company. We're gonna pay 600 million for it. That's a good deal for the boy Ben Affleck. And also, it's a bad deal for J Lo. Yes, J Lo, you messed up. It's a bad deal for you. That could have been your man, because I bet he was still building that company when he was with her, the AI firm for actors, including herself. Now your man's sitting around 600 million up, about to be a billionaire. Yep. And you didn't want to marry the boy. See, I tell these women, stay down with your man. Listen to him. He wants success. He will get it. Stay down with your man. Your boy Ben Affleck now has a $6 million deal for his AI firm that he could probably just make another of with AI. Sold it to Netflix. Even if it flop, he got that money. They can have that. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's like, what's that one thing called? Who created Mint Mobile? Mint Mobile was created by, what's that guy's name? Mint Mobile creator. It's an actor too. I forgot his name. No, that's not his name. Is it Ryan Reynolds? Did Ryan Reynolds make Mint Mobile? Yeah, he did. This is Ryan Reynolds sold Mint Mobile for $300 million. That's what I'm saying. You become an actor, you go make a business externally, and then you sell your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. So Ryan Reynolds made Mint Mobile and then he sold it to a company. I think T-Mobile bought it, right? Or Walmart. Somebody bought it. It's the same as Netflix being sold. Netflix buying this guy shit. You know what I'm saying? Ben Affleck's AI firm. And that's it. He can make another AI firm with AI. Yeah, J-Lo, you took an L. You could have been with a man that's getting that bread and that's ambitious. You know what I'm saying? He loved you, girl. He loved you. You messed it up. No. Yeah, so that being said, let's keep it going.
How large is the scale of the engineering talent, the scale of the company? How long has Ben Affleck been building this basically in stealth?
The company is only a couple years old. The staff is still quite sparse. I think the number caught a lot of people, including myself, off guard, which is one of the reasons why we ended up reporting it, right? The news that Netflix was buying this company had already been announced. What I was most interested in was when I heard how much they had paid for it. But my understanding is that, the company had been out looking to raise money in the private markets and was getting a valuation north of $1 billion. And so when they had the opportunity to sell, they didn't get a price quite that high, but it had to be pretty significant for them to consider doing it and essentially become a proprietary technology for Netflix.
It is interesting. We started the segment by saying, like, for Netflix, biggest acquisitional deal ever, and sort of completely have forgotten about and looked past what happened with the Warner Brothers Discovery bid. Fold that in, where we're at with it.
Waiting on what's going to happen with Warner Brothers and Paramount, right? Netflix is pretty much out. Paramount CEO David Ellison was on the Warner Brothers lot this week talking to some senior staff. They're trying to get that deal approved by the fall so that they don't have to start paying the ticking fee they have that would make their acquisition of Warner Brothers even more expensive.
And we're also looking now at Tesla's.
And that's all there is to it. You know what I mean? That is all there is to it. Now, I want to say this before I dip out of here, skedaddle, right? I want to say that that's all part of the game. Make a company and see if you can sell it. You don't even need to, you just have to have the money, the thought, and the resource to make something. You can just sell it off. You ain't even got to have it, and chill out if you need to. Even if taxes take half of his money, $300 million is going to be great for him Savage package all your company and founders, pay everybody off. You got a good little lump sum, and then go create something else, and then try to sell it again, or create something big to keep for yourself. That's what I like about these actors. I like about these actors that actually do something external of acting, like, or basketball players, like Rick Fox, like basketball players that play basketball, or people that go outside of their natural environment, like Jordan. He does NASCAR, then won the trophy. That type of stuff is what I like, because it tells you that these people are flexible. They'll go farther and above than what they initially wanted and what they really came in the game for originally. So that being said, man, I want y'all to tell me what y'all really think about Ryan Reynolds, not Ryan Reynolds, Ben Affleck AI firm selling to Netflix for $600 million. Me personally, congratulations to the boy. He's a great actor. I love him. He's one of the best to me. I love him in an accountant. Too. That was my boy. He did his thing. Now he's finna get this money. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. This is the Savage Report. Let's go. And J-Lo, you took a big L on this one, but hey, it's okay. You might find a rich guy. It seems like she done messed up on 2 rich guys in a row. That being said, your boy Angelo Savage. It's the Savage Report. Let's go. We out. All right, now y'all see the next thing that we're already reacting to, so we might as well get to the nitty gritty. You hear me? It seems like Tesla has a car with no steering wheel. Now, I remember listening to a podcast, right? I remember listening to a podcast that was explaining, what's his name? Elon Musk was explaining this to Joe Rogan, how they're supposed to release this fully autonomous car by the end of the last quarter of 2025. So I guess he's trying to push it into the first quarter of 2026, because we're almost done with the first quarter. And he made a promise, man, to his, they gonna give him a big old lump sum, I'm seeing his investors. So I seen these cars and they look dope, bro. They look apart. Let's just say that. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all subscribe.
And we're also looking now at Tesla's potentially, you say it's in production, steering away from steering wheels.
Well, here's the thing. Driverless cars or self-driving cars are becoming ubiquitous on U.S. streets. Goodness knows in L.A., you're going to see a Waymo any day you go out.
Right.
But would you want to be in a car that, well, can't be driven? And I say that because Tesla's new Cybercab, upon which the company is literally betting the company, lacks, I don't know, pedals, a steering wheel, even side mirrors.
Good Lord.
And that is raising a whole lot of very interesting issues, because if the Cybercab runs into trouble, well, it seems like only a tow truck is going to be able to get them moving again. Tesla is already producing the Cybercabs and plans to begin mass production next month. If all goes well, the company hopes to have the Cybercab serving as the heart of a new Tesla ride-sharing or ride-hailing service intended to compete with the likes of Uber and Lyft. It also plans to sell the Cybercab to operators of taxi fleets and to sell it to ordinary citizens who want a car that drives itself. Just one small teensy-weensy, itsy-bitsy problem here. It's illegal. Federal safety rules do not accommodate cars, or any vehicle for that matter, that has no pedals, no steering wheel, not even any side mirrors, so that's kind of an issue here. Now, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration can issue exemptions to its safety rules, but under those rules, even if it does issue an exemption, that limits sales to 2,500 vehicles a year. And that's just a tad below CEO Elon Musk's plans for the Cybercab. He wants to sell 2 million of these things every single year, and he says the price is going to be below $30,000.
Look, he might be on to something. You never doubt the man. He always has a way. Elon Musk always has a way when it comes to stuff like this. So if there's a necessary need to change either the rules on the DOT or whatever, or he needs exemptions, I guarantee you, Donald Trump's in office right now. He'll get those. He'll get that exemption, because those are old rules to new tech. And when you put those two together, you can have old rules, but when new tech come in order, like EVs and stuff, you gotta change it. You gotta change it up. So he gonna put some money behind it. He gonna talk to Donald Trump. Donald Trump's gonna push some shit. They're gonna make it go through. Before I guarantee you, That's going to be changed before the midterm election, if that's a problem, because they're going to get these cars on the road. This is the future now, bro. This is what we're looking at. You know, I want y'all to remember, iRobot was based in 2035 in Chicago, Illinois. That being said, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Subscribe. And I want to just continue by saying this is just the future, bro. We almost got to just accept this. We almost got to just be like, you know what, whatever, go with the flow. Now, I got a theory on this. Now, these Tesla cars, they dope, bro. They are dope. Like, man, like when you see this, like, I know y'all seen it, but damn, like, it look cool. It looks self-driving. You can draw, chill. You know what I mean? This is eventually this is the beginning to the future. Like, he already has this, and then it's just gonna be fast. Like, he's just the first one on it. Let's just be real. Elon Musk is just the first one on it, and he's going to be the first one on it. But the Waymos, they like, oh, Waymos is all in LA. Look, you don't have those problems with Teslas usually. That's a Waymos problem. They thought they can be all full autonomous. I guarantee you, Elon Musk does it way better. He's proven that he does it way better. They're copying his shit. He's the grandfather of this shit. Elon is Bitcoin of the EVs. Straight up. Elon Musk is the Bitcoin of EVs. Literally. He's the creator. He's the beginning of this shit. And he's honestly damn near the master of it. So if I'm going to trust a EV that's full autonomous, I'm going to trust Elon Musk shit. Nope, I'm not going to trust everybody else stuff. Waymos has been proven to leave you stranded. Block off a train, boy. Put your ass right in front of a train while the train passing. For real. Nah, I can't go. I'm not with all that, man. No. Can't go. That being said, man, it's a sticky situation, man. It's getting weird out here, brother. It's getting weird. I think I want y'all to make a prediction. In 5 years, give it 8 years total, I predict 70% of cars on the street is going to be fully autonomous. Because what's going to happen is people are going to, they want newer cars and new cars. All you got to do is make it cheap and inexpensive. Once you make it cheap and inexpensive, it's going to be easy to replace these cars. Because if the old cars are worth the same value, if not $2,000 or $3,000 less than a brand new vehicle, you're going to buy a brand new vehicle. So if he can keep the cost down, then those things are going to sell like hotcakes and they're going to be on the road. The government's going to have to force to change the rules. That's how I got to go. The government will be forced to change the rules if there's a bunch of autonomous EVs on the road, because that's what everybody's can afford. Sorry. I was looking at a car today, 2013. The damn car is $20K. Come on, bro. Let's be real. You telling me I can get the fully autonomous Tesla, huh? For $30K? Man, give me that fully autonomous Tesla. I'm tired of driving anyway. Ain't y'all tired of driving? The older I got, the more I just got tired of, like, paying attention to the road. I know this sounds crazy, but that's exactly what's going on. As soon as that happened, I'm like, I get older, and I'm like, damn, like, I got to stay on the road, 10 and 2, getting a little sleepy. You know what I'm saying? I would love for something to just take over that, but I know you can't do that. You can, but you shouldn't, because it's something that has your life in its hands, and it can tweak and kill you. But then again, like, you could tweak and kill yourself. Pause. Not like that, but like, you can fall asleep on the road, all types of stuff. What I'm saying is, Elon Musk ain't too far-fetched. And I mean, like, do you trust Waymo or you trust Tesla? I trust Tesla. They got experience. They got history behind their name, you know? So, I don't know. That's just me, man. Okay, we got a comment here. Natural Beauty. I work in San Francisco. Them empty cars get pulled over by cops. They crash, shut down. I'm good. Yeah, well, is that a Waymo? Waymos do be crash. They do be getting pulled over, be violating everything. Don't even know what's going on. I need a EV that's going to control the skies. That got an aerial view of the sky and know what's coming, what's going, how to get away from stuff. I need you know what I'm saying? But this is one step going forward to where everybody's going to be able to, like, I think in the future, and this is my prediction, I think the cops, they're going to start petitioning and not make cars go over 100 miles per hour. Check out the new Dodge Charger. when they was going electric. What did they do? They took the 200 off the dash. That's the beginning right there. And then every car is going to be governed. Every car. They were like, sir, there's no need for you to go 100 miles an hour on any road. We'll even put where you can only you can only shut off the governor at the track where you can hit the 200. If it's not a designated track, then you can't even hit it on the road. So there ain't no more running away from the police. They ain't gonna have no governor on their shit though. It's just gonna be on your cars. That's the future. It's gonna be fully autonomous, and you cannot. If the police pull you over, it's just gonna stop. There's no running. And then eventually, it's gonna give the police a view of your vehicle. That's how AI is gonna be. It's gonna see the picture from. You think Tesla don't got? They make it seem like they ain't got cameras inside, but it wouldn't be far fetched if Tesla put cameras inside the cabin. And I'm just predicting. I'm just throwing shit out. Maybe even. Police pull you over, your car automatically stop by itself. It's governed so it won't speed, so you can't run. And then it shows the police exactly what's in your car at the moment that they got pulled over, bro. Look, I'm already telling you, this is how the future is going to look. We're going to be okay with being surveyed at all times. We're already being surveyed. Phones listening to you. So we're going to be okay with the cars being controlled by the police so it can be safely, because they're gonna break it down like, oh, it's a safety measure, just like the flock cameras. Oh, it's to prevent violence in the neighborhood. Whole time what's happening? Big brother watching the whole situation. They basically telling you, oh, we just watching your area, bro. Where I live at, there's hella flock cameras everywhere. You can't get in and out the neighborhood without them knowing. So that means my shit getting pinged every time. Do you wonder why everybody getting pulled up and down the street? They just pinged your shit. Police sitting around the corner waiting for it to come through. It's like lazy policing. But that's the future of tech right there. Surveillance. No one's going to know, or no one's going to care. Oh, man, it's for safety. It's for safety. They're always going to petition this for safety. But in actuality, what's going on for real? There's no privacy. Ring doorbells contributing with flock. Come on, man. Sorry to get down this rabbit hole, but the whole Tesla autonomous thing, it sounds cool, but y'all better rewatch the movie I, Robot with Will Smith. The damn car, you damn near can't put. I need a car that if I need to, I could put it in manual mode. I can't have a full autonomous vehicle. Come on, bro. We rushing into the future a little too fast now. It's like I don't have enough trust to even put my life in your hands, G. You could, Elon Musk gonna press the button and send, y'all seen that movie on Netflix, send all the Teslas in one direction. By himself, and you cannot get out. Locked in. Seatbelt strapped on you quick. Kidnapped. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video for YouTube algorithm. This is the Savage Report. Let's go. Peace. Sorry about the little tangent. Yes, I agree with you on that. Facts. I ain't trying to rant, but I love a good tech conversation, man. I love a good tech conversation. All right, we got our next one. It looks like Anthropic's jobs vulnerable to AI. So they're telling people what jobs are most vulnerable to AI because we don't know. Well, I know, and a lot of you niggas gonna be jobless soon. Okay, if you're not a blue collar. If you're a blue collar, you might be safe for a little while. But if you're a white collar, if your collar just happened to be bleached, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, fella. Okay? It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure you subscribe now. Let's go.
Welcome back. We all know artificial intelligence is rapidly changing workplaces around the world. Well, a new study from Anthropic shows white-collar jobs are the most vulnerable to AI. Fears of an AI takeover have renewed interest in skilled trade work. A recent survey shows 77% of Gen Z say it's important that their future job is difficult to automate. CBS News Money Watch reporter Megan Cirillo joins us now in studio to explain all of this. Megan assured me my job is safe as it relates to AI anyway. We'll see if this is true as time moves on. Good morning, great to have you with us. Which professions then are most at risk of AI, Megan?
The ones that you might expect to be: computer programmer, data entry specialist, customer service rep. By contrast, a job like lifeguard is safe. Cook, motorcycle mechanic, those were the types of professions that were ranked as least exposed to AI. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want AI to save me if I were drowning.
No, not a
Shit, y'all seen iRobot. If the robot can save me, Save me. Or I'm gonna be like Will Smith. Save the girl. Save the girl. No, save me. Okay. Analytically sound. I'm gonna survive. Save me. Look, a medical record specialist, entry level kiers, customer service reps, computer programmers for sure, sales reps. Wow. So you telling me that a robot can outsell a human? That's crazy. Financial and investment analysts. Ooh, no more needing them, huh? Yeah. Software quality and assurance analysts. Bro, look, done. Information security analyst, done. Computer user support specialist, y'all done. Marketing. Oh, yeah. Marketing research, you're finished. Don't forget, yeah, they got finance on there, marketers on here, financial record specialists, data entry, computer programs. Come on, bro. Damn it. Y'all screwed. You're done, okay? You know what y'all should do? Hurry up and go get a trade. Because they're saying that women are the most educated because they're in the most one in the school. Look, that's because the man already figured out what was going on. The man already figured out that the white collar work ain't gonna last. It's really on some DEI shit. And they said, man, we need something that's gonna last. The old is leaving. It's time for the new. The robots ain't gonna be able to take over this job. Plus, we can get to the money quicker instead of spending 2-4 years into college for something that now robots are gonna take. See, men are thinking. That's why they're in the trades. And I think everybody that want to continue to make money either learn about AI, get with the program. But then again, I think AI is going to be able to learn about its own self in the future. So I don't think AI is going to be good in the future. Just go get a blue collar trade. Let's go. And I stand on business with that. I definitely do.
At all. And it sounds like, hey, if the job requires you to use your hands in some type of functional way away from a keyboard, maybe you're better off. But how exactly was AI exposure measured?
That is part of why we're seeing some young people turn toward what are called the skilled trades. And what Anthropic did was they looked at AI's theoretical capabilities, and they also looked at what applications it's actually currently being used for. And they looked at different jobs, which are a collection of skills and tasks, and looked at how capable AI is at doing those skills to determine exposure.
Now, I know this may be a more difficult question to answer, but what does the study say about jobs lost to AI? Because companies will often say they're reducing a workforce because of AI redundancies, but it's hard to fact check that.
It is. We've seen those kinds of announcements. It's also hard to isolate AI as a factor driving layoffs. What the study's authors find is that there's little evidence to date that AI is actually responsible for displacing workers. There's some suggestive or anecdotal evidence that young people might be having a hard time finding entry-level work because of AI. For example, I talked to a coder, a computer programmer, who said that his firm is hiring fewer junior coders, and he is a more experienced coder, and he says he uses AI as if it were a junior programmer. But that
You just contradicted yourself, madam. You just said that there's no analytical evidence that AI is taking over. But at the same sentence, you just said that you know a programmer that they are using AI as a junior developer and they're a senior developer, which means they no longer needs the junior developer, ma'am. Yeah, you guys need to come to your senses and immediately understand that your job's not safe. Okay, if you're a junior, you're an entry-level developer, senior levels might be safe for now until AI keeps advancing. I want y'all to know this and keep this in your head. AI right now is at its weakest stage. What do I mean by that? I mean that AI will not be any worse than it is at this moment. What does that mean? That means that if they're good at one job already, they're going to be good at it in the future, and they're only going to get better in the future of more jobs. So if they're already at I remember when they were like, ChatGPT can code like a beginner, like an entry level. Next thing you know, Sam Altman comes on there like, yeah, it can junior level code now. Now you got senior levels using junior level AI to code things for them, which means you get rid of junior level. You got the senior level sitting there with AI using it as a junior level until it learns senior level. That you get rid of the senior level and you have like a manager that like a team lead. that manages the senior and the junior in the data entry. You see how that does that? So they're trying to think bright as of now. That's fine. You can think bright now, but at the moment, if you think deep, you would understand that this is more of a threat than y'all think. I think it's a threat to the economy, because we got to think what happens when white collared people lose their jobs. That's the house market right there. You get what I'm saying? Man, get rid of y'all debt now, man. It's finna be some trouble in the next 3 years. Before Trump leave office, I guarantee you we finna see some trouble. We finna see some big trouble, man. Everybody, we're about to see a flooding. Good thing the older people are leaving blue-collar work, which gives opportunity for the young men that are willing to go into those trades. Not for the younger women that are going to sociology, computers, stuff like that, management positions, administration. You might come into a problem. Because you got to think business like this. It's not about, oh, the economy's going to fall. If basically the energy, if they can do it, then they'll do it. Let's just say that. If the company wants to save money, they will cut you. That's simple. If the company wants to save money, they will cut you. They don't care. So if a robot can do your job better, why would I pay you, say $80,000, $60,000 when I could pay this robot or program this robot for like 10? And it could do your job better than you. No takes, no breaks, none of that. Continuously. So y'all got to think logically when y'all think about that, man. That's all I want to put that in your brain. The company it's just business for them. So since it's business for them, you need to treat it like business and move around to what pays you. You know, if you can have a good job, take your advantage of it, pay your debt off as soon as you can, because there might be a situation where you're not able to pay your bills, you know, and I would hate for that situation to happen due to the fact that we were trying to take a blind eye. This lady here, she's contradicting herself already, so I'm not really paying too much attention to her. But at the same time, she's right about a little things, but saying that it's not affecting, yes, it is definitely affecting. She literally has firsthand experience of it affecting. So I'm not going to trust everything this lady's saying. She's wrong on that aspect on the last part. But, you know, if she told you the truth, y'all would probably go into mayhem and start selling off debt, all that shit. You'll fuck up the stock market if you did that. Instead, they should be more real with people and tell them what they should be doing to prevent something from happening, so then the economy doesn't fall. Because once the bills, once the white collar lose their jobs, right, that's when people are going to start taking money out of their stocks and their 401ks, which I just uploaded a video today to explain the people that are taking money out of their 401ks to pay for late car notes and stuff like that. So it's already happening. The jobs are already being lost. So stop spending your money, y'all. Save up. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. This is the Savage Report, man. Reporting for duty. Let's go. Your boy Savage. Let's get it. Subscribe. All right, man. It looks like we done. We got 5 topics in right there. I'm going to keep it nice and clean with the 5 topics tonight. We're not going to go on to a 6th topic because I'm going to try to edit these videos prior to going to sleep because a brother got to work. You know what I'm saying? My blue-collar job. Nigga, I'm safe. I am safe. You hear me? So when I'm talking about me, when I'm talking about y'all, I'm not talking about me, okay? I know what's going on. Blue-collar forever, white-collar never. It's your boy Angelo Savage. I'm out of here, man, for the night. Peace.